Yes.
And after that, I went to PCS. Been in PCS for 20 years. Hello?
Yes, audible.
Hi, good morning. मी आता विचारलं होतं की लास्ट इयरची मुलं इथे किती आहेत? पण बहुतेकशी मला I talked to them, it was first year, second year. Third year and fourth year would have been fine. पण आम्ही आता काय actually the things that we are going to cover here
फायनल इयरची
is going to be how
आणि थर्ड इयर आणि सेकंड इयरची एक्झाम
face the TCS or any service related companies and what are the expectations that we have
80%
from normally the freshers. She comes with 20 years of experience with TCS. I'm with TCS for more than 22 years now. So the things that we are going to cover would be more useful for the third year, definitely for all of the student community, but it would be immediate beneficial for the people who are just completing the BTech or the third year of the competition. So if you have the friends around, I would request you to call them to have the benefit from the session before we start.
विघ्नेश भट होता आमच्यासोबत
माहिती आहे मला विघ्नेश माहिती आहे
तो येणार होता
अच्छा
त्याला इमर्जन्सी
Technical panel for TCS.
त्यामुळे त्याचा प्रॉब्लेम
We are into Java J2E technology, and I've worked across multiple technologies, including full stack, then AWS, Vimiac, Enterprise Content Management System, and now into Glidewire also. So we'd just like to talk about NQT. NQT stands for the National Qualifier Test. This test includes verbal ability, logical reasoning ability, quantitative analysis, and also a psychometric test. And you can access this in the TCS ION platform. All this is free of cost. It's just a website where you can register. And on the basis of the exam, you can apply to around 300 plus companies, all using digital media. You don't have to be physically present. And also your score is valid for 2 years, and this will decide on the basis of the score. It will decide which flavor of NQT you are in, whether it's a digital ninja or ninja. On the basis of that, the packages are as high as 19 lakhs per annum. And I would like to ask Rajesh to talk about the management.
Okay, yeah. So normally, okay. First of all, thanks a lot for us giving us an opportunity, and it's been a great privilege for me to come on this dais after 26 years, because at the same place I was honored with the gold medal in mechanical engineering in 1998 by Dr. Alumna. So it's been a great privilege to get be back here. So thanks a lot for giving us opportunity. Thanks, Alumni Association. Now coming to the point, as I was talking, what she has covered is the initial screening test, which we call as a national qualifier test. It is not only applicable for TCS, but now it has made, you can take the score of this particular test is applicable to the other companies also. They are taking basically that as a guideline to screen, the initial screening of the candidates. Now what happens, after you qualify for this test, then comes the interview part. And as I go to the lot of, I work from TCS Bangalore, so mostly the colleges in Karnataka is something I visit for the campus placements, and that's what the experience that I'm getting it from there. I just wanted to share that what we expect as a panelist from the fresher, and that's why I was expecting it, mostly the third year, fourth year people here. But so see, as a fresher, we have to see the fundamental is, we know you are just completing your graduation, so we will not expect much the technical or the experience details from any of you. It is what you have studied, are you able to explain it properly or not? Have you studied really, or it is just for sake of, or are you really interested in that? So mostly what happens is people say, okay, IT companies take any of the graduates. I mean, it's something we can mold them for any of the skill that we need. And we believe that your engineering course, as Avanish was telling, the engineer have that problem solving skills, the analytical skills, the logical reasoning skills as a part of their curriculum itself, and that is what we need. We don't want any experts in Java, we don't want experts in Python at the starting itself, because we know they would be able to learn, and that is what we would be looking at from them. Is this person, provided if we give the training, would be fit for our organization or not? So that is a fundamental thing everybody has to keep in the mind. We look for what you have learned, whether it is a mechanical engineering, it is a chemical engineering, it is a petrochemical engineering. Do you know what you have learned? Basically, most of the time we ask the questions which are related to their own core engineering field. Because being me from the mechanical engineering, whenever the mechanical guy comes, I normally ask the types of gears, the basic fundamental questions only. There is no, for one or two questions on thermodynamics, refrigeration and air conditioning, just to understand if that person is able to explain what he has studied so far. That is the only our objective there. That is one thing. Secondly, in the management round, the soft skill is one of the things that we have to normally we look how he is able to express the communication skills part. So the first thing is we know that we may not be able to communicate fluently at the beginning, but it doesn't matter. The confidence. It is said that it is the best accessory to wear. So if you have not overconfidence, definitely the confidence to speak, the confidence to express the things that you want to express, that is more than enough. It doesn't matter which language. Okay, English you can learn, but that at least ability to learn and then your willingness to learn is something that we see. So that is the key part, another which I wanted to cover. And okay, the biodata part I want to cover here. I mean, not only as a fresher but in general also. See, the resume or the biodata is the key. Now what happens is when the person comes in front of us, we don't know him in and out because he's a new person to us. The only thing we have to judge him is the paper that you yourself have written about yourself, which is a resume part, right? So we start with that. We explain what you have written, basically tell about yourself. So it is your own information that you have been asked to explain. And it happens that most of the time people are not able to talk about themselves more than 15 seconds. Okay? So these are the few things which all of you should learn, because this is a normal practice. That's why I was saying from freshers we don't expect much things. These are some basic things only we expect. So tell about yourself, what are the things that you can tell about you. Right from your schooling to what you have done, your interest, your project. That is another part which I wanted to cover, that when you talk about yourself, it's not only about your personal things but also the seminars that you attended, the papers that you, technical papers that you must have written, or for that matter the project that you have covered, or for that matter the industrial training that you guys do in between the 2 years. So that is also the things that you can talk about. Make sure that the question from the interviewer will come from the things that you explain. That is how the discussion happens. So you have to put the words in a way that the interviewer will ask the question for which you will have the answer. So basically you don't bluff anything, because we know what you are speaking, how much do you know from that. So that is another mantra I just want. If you don't know, say I don't know, I will work on that, or this is something I need to learn, I understand. But please do not bluff in any of the questions. That is another thing very important, because even though the person is very good in technical, very good in other aspects, but if the person is not real or he is not, because integrity, as one of the persons said, that is behavioral, and he talked about, right? So these are the two major things we look. Even though the person is very good technical, if we doubt about the integrity, it is a straight away no. We will not hire any of the person where we doubt his integrity, even though how much good technical he is. So that is another thing that you have to keep in mind when you face for the interview. Biodata, as I talked, that is something. Biodata, it is your own information, so you put which you are able to explain. If you are not able to explain anything, please do not. Because based on that only the interviewer will ask the question. So that is another thing. And you can explain the things, entire things, what you have done as a part of your resume, the projects that you have covered. As I said, we look for the attitude towards learning. So that's something should come out of your talk as well as the resume. Then aptitude always we check through the test, willingness to learn, as I have covered, confidence, soft skills I have covered. Another thing, the last thing which I wanted to cover, the eligibility does not mean that you have the guaranteed job. See, there is a fitment and there is a eligibility. There will be a lot of candidates who will be eligible for the job, but there will be only few candidates who will be fit for the role. Okay? So when you go for any of the interview, you will have to find the reason why you are fit for that company and for the particular role that they are offering. And how to do that is you should study the company and the role that they are offering. So for any of the fresher role, for any company that you are applying, just there are a lot of materials available. Go to their website, understand what that company does, what are the different roles that they have, and how your profile would fit in their organization is something you should convey the interviewer, and that will give the confidence for the interviewer that why this person is fit for the role that he is offering. And that is something a lot of people don't do, just to go for the interview just for the sake of as I have completed the exam and I have got shortlisted for the exam, they go for the interview with the things that they have. But they don't study the company that they are, who is the company head, and what are their goals, what are their objectives, what they are actually doing, and how my skills will be applicable to that. Because that gives the confidence to the interviewer that okay, he has studied, he is really interested. Because earlier in our days, everybody used to say, this is my dream company, that's why I have come for the interview. That days are gone. So you have to study all the background of the company and just ensure that how you are fit for the role, and that gives the edge about the other candidates in the interview process. So these are the few things I wanted to cover as a part of these interview tips we wanted to cover as a part of this session. And for any assistance you have, I think 2 years back we conducted one webinar for our students. Avinish organized where I think myself and one chemical 98 batch, Rajesh. So we actually conducted 1.5 hour session only for this, where we also conducted mock 2 interviews in the webinar and gave the feedback that how the things should be improved, what are the things should be done for any of the question that is asked. So such sessions we can arrange. If you have any doubt, any question, you can reach out to us. We are always there to help you. And with that, I wish all the best for you. We will do the best together we can, and we will excel in our the things that we do in the future interviews. Thanks a lot for giving me the opportunity, and wish you all the best.